when I was a
energy was
crisis
something that was
negotiator,
said
I was
to
able to
encompass
say,
intelligence,
I
robust
don't,
health,
you'd never say, I know what you're
goodwill,
going through, right?
compassionate decisiveness,
No one knows what
and
you're
generous
going through.
leadership.
I understand. I'll do
And so when I
you a
heard
favour.
that, holy shit, that hit me. And I
No
was like,
one
fuck
understands.
yeah.
And
That
so
is something
all I say
that I
is,
can connect to. For
I've been where
me,
you are.
as a strong and powerful
it's
and meaningful
not good,
North Star
is it?
for what I can strive
And so
to
can you
be.
then
that's
break
what
that
they
down
want
for us a
to
little bit?
But also,
How
I
is-
think
how
that that's
is
something that
being
every
who
man,
you are different
regardless of
to
who you are, your
understand what
background,
you're
your
going through?
individuality, can take hold of
So each of
and
us
create
goes through events in our life,
as a North Star.
and how we
for who wants to
respond to
become
those
and who he wants
events.
to be day to day.
There's two parts.
Because that
So there's a
allows for the
genetic part to
individuality
our response,
across
but
humanity.
that's only minimal. The biggest
Intelligence,
part,
which
or-
I
and there's the
expand to a
biological,
curious
of
and open
course,
mind,
you
in
know,
case
how
you
our
get
brain
stuck
is
on,
wired.
maybe I'm not that
But the
intelligent.
largest
It
impact
means a
on all of
curious
us
and
is
open
what
mind.
we've done in our life, our
Robust health,
experiences.
compassionate
And
decisiveness,
each
goodwill,
of us has
and
different
generous
experiences and different
leadership.
ways of
And
dealing
it was
with
said
things.
that the idea
this
of Zeus
is the
energy
key to
was
it, right? So
male
I've just done
authority
a presentation this
accepted
morning
for the sake of the
to a
community.
big
That is
organisation
something
here.
that I can get
I do
behind.
their resilience
This
stuff. Now they
work,
call it resilience, but I call
initially,
it adapting to the world.
is very much for yourself.
And we talked a lot about this stuff, and each of us
Dig
comes
into
with
you,
different
understand
experiences.
you, become
And so
your
I give
best,
people a
so
whole
then
range of
you
things
can be
and
your
say,
best for those
I've
around
given you a whole lot of
The
stuff.
mistake
I
that a
don't
lot
want
of
you to
men
do
make,
any
the
of it.
position, the
I
place
want you
that
to
a
do
lot of men are
one
in,
thing that
is that
works
we
for
are
you. That's why I've
consistently
covered a
doing
whole
for
lot
others,
over.
trying
And
to
this is the
be
key.
everything
So
for
I
everyone.
might
That superhero
understand
lone wolf.
what you're going through as far as the
But that's
process
coming from a
goes.
place of lack and neediness.
But I don't
It says,
understand
I'll
what
do
you're going
this so
through as
that
a person.
then I will feel
and
like
your
I'm good
emotions.
enough. I will feel
Yeah,
like
and
I'm
your
good
lived
enough,
experiences. I don't
deserving
have
of
those
happiness, of a
full on.
successful life,
But
of ease, of the things
perhaps
I
more
want.
from a
It's
broader
conditional
aspect of
in
being
part.
in this kind of position.
Versus, I want to be my
Yeah,
best.
that's
so I
it.
can
So
give
yeah,
my
I mean, you
best.
could say it. And
That's
but, I mean, one of the things I
transaction, no
learned
need
to
in
say
response. Because
for in the
that
FBI, which is what
brings this
North Americans
immense
do, is
sense
they
of
say, I
purpose and
understand
contribution, which is
what
something
you're going
innate
through, I
to
understand
humans.
how you
Because when we come
feel.
back to this lone wolf
And that
idea,
for them
you've got
works
to think
because
of this.
that's the
For
way
the longest time in human
they
history
use
and
their
human-
language.
human
For us,
evolution, we survived in
it's
small
probably
tribal
not the
bands.
right thing. In fact,
And
it's
if you
not
were
the right thing to
ostracized
say because you
out
don't
of the
understand,
tribe,
right?
if you were
And
Yeah,
so-
not
I
part of the
can.
community,
If
you
you're saying
became,
I'm
quote unquote,
feeling
the lone
anxious,
dude,
I can certainly
lone
say
wolf, the lone hunter,
I can
then
resonate
there's a
with
good
feeling
chance
anxious, but I can't.
may not have
resonate with your
survived
exact
at
experience
best
right now
before
because those
to
are actually two
survive.
different things.
That's it.
Not
That's
being
exactly
part
it.
of the
Now, as your
pack
crisis
was
negotiators,
close
their golden
to
rule: 2 ears, 1 mouth.
your death. It's
I've
certainly
been
to
through
drop me
something
through.
similar.
And so it is
What are you
innate
going
in
through?
us to be tribal creatures, to be part
And
of
that just
community,
gets
and
them to
men
open up. And
absolutely
so,
need this. There's
and
a
you can
whole
use
lot
these
more we
things.
can
And
go
now,
into
so
in
how
terms
does
of our
a
nature as
crisis
hunters and all
negotiator
this kind
stay
of stuff.
safe?
But
So
here's
mine
what I
was
want to
nothing to
speak
do
to,
with
and
the
it's a
stuff
little
I've
bit
done.
of
So it was
there is a
burnout.
wide range of
My
men
depression
coming
was
to
caused by
this
burnout,
academy.
not looking
There's a
after
wider
myself
range of men
and not
coming to
sleeping well.
coaching.
And so when
I don't work
I
with
would
all
ask
sorts
them
of
stuff
guys, but I
about
work
what,
with
what's
a
going on for
particular
you
set
and
of
what are the
guys, but
things
there's a
in
lot of
your life
variation
that
in
are,
them.
and I might
What
just
it
sort of
really comes down to is a commonality. on
it's
where they
called
find
affirmation,
themselves in
or
life.
you can
I like
call
to
it
talk about
we
this.
call it
on a
acknowledging
spectrum of
emotion
personal
disarms it. And I
development.
might just
One
say
end
to
you
the
might
person,
have Tony Robbins,
it's
and
a
at the
hell of
other
a
end
challenge, isn't
you've
it?
got Homer Simpson.
And all
And the
that
men I work
does
with
is
tend to
I
sit right bang in
stand
the middle
beside the
and just
person,
either side. Just either side,
not
meaning
seeing it
they're
from
pretty
their
new to this
position.
work. Maybe they hear
I
a
just stand
podcast and they
beside
start
them
thinking
and we
about this
try and
stuff. They
guide
listen
them.
to 15,000 more
And
podcasts and slowly work
and
up the
that's
courage to
life,
start
isn't
something.
it?
They're just brand new to it,
You
and
just
then
guide people through.
something
Don't
happens in
push
their
them.
life.
Look
Maybe
what's-
their partner says,
I mean,
"You
we've
got to
got
fucking
a
do
bit of a
something, or I'm
protest
out."
going on in
And they
Wellington,
step into
in
it
New
and they
Zealand at the
start.
moment.
Or maybe they've been
They're
listening to
pushing
things
on
for a
people,
while, and they're
people are gonna
testing,
push
and they're
back
doing
and dig
things,
in,
and they're
and
downloading
if you
things,
turn
and they're trying to
sprinklers on
apply
and
things. They read some
play
books, they
loud
put some
music
stuff
and
into
all that
action,
sort
they
of
start
stuff. Well,
meditating.
guess
They
what?
do some things, they're journaling a little
It's going,
bit,
people are gonna,
or maybe they've been doing
they're
some
going to
work,
galvanise.
seen some therapists, seen some
Yeah,
coaches.
and I
all that
suppose,
stuff,
and,
but it's
and maybe you
hit
can speak to this. I
hit a
suppose
ceiling, hit a point at
we
which
can use
they
that
can't
as
go
an
beyond it
example.
by
But,
themselves.
and numerous
What's very
examples. If
consistent
someone
a
is,
lot of the time
let's say,
is
back
a
to the
feeling
corner, or
of
perhaps
being
if
somewhat
they
stuck,
feel
a
like
bit bit
they
unsure,
are in a
wanting more, but
state of
unsure what that is, or how to
survival
go
in
about
some
getting it.
aspect.
But here's
Then
something
a response
very
is going to
crucial.
be
The fact that we
different,
start
and
having a
that's where that
conversation and they
pushback
step into the work
will come, right?
is
Because
that
I'm
finally
going to
the
go into
pain,
fight or flight mode.
discomfort, and
So
frustration.
that's it. So we
of
want
where
them to
they're
put them
at
into freeze.
Right.
becomes bigger.
So the way
than
I do
fear
that
of
is I get them to
doing something
think.
about it.
So you either
and what
ask a
seeking
question or get them to
support
think,
and
which
being
brings them
challenged and
into
the
the
growth might
prefrontal
involve.
cortex,
This is crucial.
which
So I want to say that again.
reconnects.
Because what will
this.
happen is,
So when
we'll
we're
be
in a heightened
experiencing
state
some
or a
frustrating
lower
shit,
state,
we won't
in
do
an
anything about it. We
emotional
think, why the
state,
fuck not? Because
we're
we
in our
build up
limbic
this idea of
brain,
doing
so the
something about it
emotional brain back
so much
between our
worse.
ears.
And so I'll happily
And
stay with the devil I know.
prefrontal cortex is referred to a
But
lot
when we step
as
into the work, it's because finally that pain, discomfort,
it is the
frustration,
action
and all that shit of
station.
where I am right now,
It's where logic sits. It's where problems
is
are solved. It's
too
where
big.
we
it's bigger than what I
rationalise
think doing something about it
everything.
will involve.
we've got to bring them back here. So either
And
one,
so
I'm going to ask you a
we can
question,
step
or
into the
two,
work.
I want you to
And
think
what
about
blocks
what I've
this
just
is
said,
usually
which will
lack
bring you
of
to
clarity
here.
and understanding
And
of
that's
what
the key to
growth
everything,
and support
I think, when you're
involve,
talking with
right?
somebody.
An
If
idea
you
of
say you
what being
should,
coached, being seen,
the
being part
brain
of
will,
group,
will
etc.
say, they'll just shut off.
Environments
They'll
might
go, you
involve.
shouldn't listen to
But
me.
it's
It's that voice, right, that we all have inside our head.
when we learn
and
how
so
to
if
take
you
off all
constantly-
the shit that you've
So
been
does
dragging
this
around.
speak to this kind of idea almost
And actually,
as well,
sometimes
like
we
a bit of
need
a pattern
support
interrupt?
in
It
cutting
gets
loose
you
the
out of,
straps of all that
you know,
fucking baggage.
short of the
Picking
terminology,
through it and
it gets
understanding
you out of
it
focusing
and
on
knowing
what you're
what to let go
ruminating
of
in
and
into a
what needs
different
addressing and
state,
what
a
needs
different place of
replacing.
being, and I can
That's it.
engage with something
And
else.
here's something that's pretty common for
So you're
those guys
trying
is
to
that
bring them
fundamentally
here to
insecurities
finish off the
are running the
process.
show.
Yeah.
So the way
And
the
this
brain
often comes back, not
operates
always,
is
often
everything
it
piece of
will
information
really
that comes
get
into
into
our
it,
head
comes
goes
back
to
to
the limbic
feelings
system
of
first. An
enoughness,
emotion
not
is
enoughness,
attached. Is there danger?
doubt over our
The
ability,
only reference
our
we have
competence,
is
our
our
worth,
past life.
feelings that's of being a
And so we go
failure,
back
terrified of being a
to
failure,
get some
something being wrong
information to
with me,
think about
all
a
this kind of
similar
stuff.
event we've been on,
We're often
and
chasing
then is
more
supposed to come back
status,
to
approval,
here
money,
for
whatever
what
it is.
was information
to
going back to
feel
the
enough
timeline
muscles,
is now
woman,
intelligence,
whatever,
back to here
to feel
to
good enough, to
what is
feel
your final
successful, to
action,
feel
what's
like
the
we
final
can
outcome.
get what we want.
And that's
so the work that
disconnected
we've
for
got to
many
do is
people
we've
when
got to
they're
dig
in that
in. We have
heightened
to
state. So
build the
when we're talking
foundation of
with
security
now,
in self.
we could use that
And that's
example
what
of
we
the
do.
protest
We
group.
move to this place,
They feel a need
when
to
we put in all the
protest.
secret
So that's the
source,
first thing.
content
Two,
coaching community.
they don't know how, but
So we can
there's
get
a
to
group
this
already down there, so
grounded
I'm going to go and join them
piece.
because it's a similar thing. They
So
just
that
don't like
you
what's
make
happening
sense.
in New Zealand at the
So that
moment.
you
So
can
they'll all join
calmly
together.
face what you are faced with.
Now let them
so
be.
that you can
Right,
have
so
clarity.
1 or 2 days.
Clarity allows us
By all means,
time.
camp out.
So I can be
engage with them early.
decisive. I can
Say to them,
set direction. I can know.
couple of days, yeah. Look,
Right?
we're
That's
happy
what
with
grounded
that. But
peace
you know,
is.
here's
Clarity,
the rules.
solid,
And by the way,
able to
we
make
want to sort of
decisions and
talk
step
with
towards
somebody
purpose.
to see what you actually
Consistently
want.
in action
Because the police are trying to
towards
do it.
things
The
that
police
challenge
can't
me
negotiate anything.
into growth.
They can only
It's like this
negotiate
idea of finally feeling
leave.
at home. I've arrived.
Yeah, they can't
or stay, right? They can't
what
negotiate on
process
part.
is about.
There's a very, very
No, they can't. They
consistent
can't actually get to
shift
them,
in the
and so
advice
they
that
are
we
stuck
work
between
with.
a rock and a hard place.
And
But when you
a
start
lot of that
doing
comes
things
in
like
the work that
turning
we
up
do,
batons
going through the
and
content.
turning
But
up
most
tow
of it
trucks and
comes
turning up
in the
military
relationship to
No,
others.
that disassociates you with
Humans
people and forces
and
them into a corner.
healing
And essentially that's what's happening
must
around the
happen
world at the moment.
in large
People are
part
forced
in
into,
relationships.
particularly
Zeus
those
energy was
who
something that was said to
are
encompass
vaccine
intelligence,
reluctant.
robust health,
I
You know,
might call it.
goodwill,
the thought that just came to
compassionate
mind was
decisiveness,
something, you know, I was born in
and generous
1982, so I
leadership.
feel like I was probably
And so when I heard that,
just
holy shit,
on
that hit me, and I
the
was like,
cusp and
fuck
the outer
yeah.
side of, you know,
That is
punishment
something
schools
that I
and
can
stuff. I
connect
remember
to
when I
for
first
me
started school,
as
there
a
was a few
strong
hands
and
being hit
powerful
and
and
so on. But
meaningful
that is
North
the
Star
idea that comes to me.
for what I can
right?
strive
It's
to
stick,
be
and
Yeah.
that
and to
doesn't seem to
become.
go very well.
But
In
also
fact,
I
we've
think
seen
that that's something
good
that
reason
every
to
man,
remove that from
regardless
homes
of
and
who you
schools
are,
and
your
things like that,
background,
but
your
we actually
individuality,
seem happy to use it in other
can
places
take hold of
and keep
and
doubling down
create.
on it.
And this is the thing, right?
As a
Don't
North
push on
Star
people. Don't
for who
use
he
the
wants to
stick.
become
It's the
and who he
carrot
wants
and the
to
carrot
be
today.
day to day.
Yeah.
Because that
Because the
allows
brain
for
has changed.
individuality
So over
across humanity.
time, with the introduction of
Intelligence, which
technology
I
and
expand
advances
to
in
a curious and
technology,
open mind. In case
it's
you get
actually
stuck
rewired
on,
our
well,
brain
maybe I'm not
because
that
these things
intelligent.
here
It means a curious and
addictive,
open
right?
mind. Robust
because
health,
of dopamine and
compassionate
dopamine's rewiring
decisiveness,
our brain.
goodwill,
So
and
the younger the
generous
generation, the more
leadership.
empathic
And it was
they
said
are,
that
the
the
more
idea of Zeus energy was male authority
hypersensitive
accepted
to others'
for the
emotions.
sake of the community. That is something
and
that I can
because
get
of
behind.
that, the
This
brain
work.
You have been listening to the Everyday Legends podcast, Moments, a short snippet from the show that is dedicated to championing everyday men and supporting you and getting more from life, love, and the everyday. If you have enjoyed this moment, then the next logical step is to check out the full episode if you haven't. And if you think that you have someone in your life, a man that could benefit from, will enjoy this moment, then pass it on to him. As always, if you like this podcast, then please click subscribe, click download first, all those things that supports us and this podcast getting in front of more men like you. I've been your host, Mike Campbell. Remember, keep building those rock solid foundations, build that legendary integrity, and keep creating those kick-ass relationships.
No transaction, no need in response. Because that brings this immense sense of